Hello, everybody. Welcome to a brand new series or mini-series on Loop Hero. What is perchance one of the freshest, most unique roguelikes I think I possibly have ever played. It's got elements of auto-battlers, RPGs, city management even, all blended in a way that I genuinely think will appeal to people who aren't even fans of those genres at all. And I cannot wait to get into it. We're allowed to check the game out a bit early here, so let's select a save slot, pop on in, and get right to it here. The stars in the sky are going out one by one, but no one notices it. No one can stop it. I'm racing to the last place where there is still hope. I need to make it before it is too late. Sounds of agony will quickly fade. The world will be destroyed. Even the memory of it will be gone. And even if there is absolutely no chance of bringing it all back, there will always be someone who is willing to do the impossible. In a place without space, without time, without memories. Where am I? I can't see anything except this path. So we did do the tutorial in the Let's Try series, but it's such a quick little tutorial. I thought if we're starting this series fresh, let's go through it again just to recap, and for anybody who is new here, explain the game briefly. So, here we are. My head is killing me. I remember only a skeleton with a staff in the sky. This darkness was coming from him. Did he destroy everything around here? Just standing here won't do me any good, I guess. Okay, so basically we have two different modes is what it's telling us right here. We have the adventure mode and then the planning mode to switch between. Basically pause and play is effectively it, because there's going to be some strategic elements where we're going to want to make sure we pause and then get ready to shape the world around our character to our liking. Hope I'll be able to find some shelter before nightfall, if such a thing as night still even exists without a sky, of course. So, pay attention to the day progress bar at the top of the screen. Yep, so right up there. Enemies will spawn throughout the day, and some enemies will spawn at the end of days. Some enemies will spawn at the end of 2 days, 3 days, etc., etc. Living ball of slime, quite a nuisance. They digest anything they can. Hey, I remember this creature. Maybe I just need to freshen up my memory and everything will go back to normal. They did add scan lines over the course of a couple of days there. That is, just to make it clear, that's not something I necessarily turned on. It's just a new part of the game, I guess, since we played last. So here is our auto battle style mechanic. We're going to be running around the loop. Enemies will spawn either by the natural order of the game or by things that we actually place down, because we are going to be trying to shape up the world by basically placing down enemies and things that we will run into. So we kind of create our own challenge, but we need to fight those things so that we get stronger, which is one of the most unique aspects of this game, which I don't think I've really run into much, to be honest. It's hard to fight with your bare hands. I think there's a weapon in the remains of that thing that's not fully digested. I think I remember that there was a grove nearby. Are these even my memories, or do they belong to that slime? So this is the other aspect of the game here. This is kind of like the, well, half of the city builder strategic management style thing. As we kill enemies, we get these little, what I guess I'll call cards here. I mean, I guess what the game calls cards here. I think I'll call them cards. We'll put it down right here because it forces it to. Normally, we'll be able to put it literally anywhere on the path that there is not something already. This grove will make it so every 2 days a rat wolf will spawn. They can then move to adjacent tiles for us to run into and start an auto battle combat. We're going to be trying to make our characters stronger through equipment that we get through combat and all kinds of other elements. I believe there's other characters as well in the game that we will unlock and get to play as and with in the future. Forest Rat Wolf. I was right. Some emotional stress, few colorful images, and a bit of adrenaline. Everything will be forgotten like a bad dream, or remembered as a bad It's good that nobody's listening. You can get new items and cards during battle, as you've probably already noticed, yada yada. We can get this up here. So basically we get a bonus 2 damage to everybody every time we attack by putting that one on instead. We also have these cards down here. We have the Forest, which we can pop on down. It generates extra attack speed for our hero just by that being there. There's other kinds of bonus you can get for having these cards adjacent to other cards and everything like that. We'll put this one right here because, I mean, this tutorial is going to not last very long, so it's not going to matter. But by putting a bunch of rocks together, we can get all kinds of bonuses by keeping like things together. Or there's all kinds of different combos that you can get as well by putting different buildings by each other, everything like that. You can create and combine these things into synergies, like synergistic land pieces that all have their own unique wild effects, or maybe they spawn their own unique type of enemies that you'll have to face. Great. So, there is a mountain over there, and here's a forest. The world is just like new. The branches and stones in my backpack are sure a sign of that. So, up here, we can show off that we get a little bit of, basically, materials, which we can then bring back to our base camp, which is another aspect of, like, the city management kind of thing we can get that'll give us permanent upgrades for our future runs. Kind of like I guess the encampment in Darkest Dungeon is kind of the best thing I can think of, building up your city in that game. I think it's time to get some rest. So, we can, basically, we'll be going out on a much longer quest next time, but this, like, imagine a lot more happening, and then we end out by either running back to camp, where we will go back with 100% of our materials that we have gathered. We can run while we're close to enemies, and we will lose 30% of them. Or if we die, I believe we lose 60% of them. So, obviously, you will want to go back when you think that you might be getting close to death's door, but you have a lot of materials. We will retreat. We will get to keep all of our resources. We'll pop on back here to our town. It's cold and dark here. Small fire can solve both these problems. So, this is our big old building menu. All kinds of stuff that we'll be able to get in the future. But for now, all we got is our little campfire. Congratulations, you've beaten the annoying tutorial. See, that's why I felt that was a good old idea to do there. Hero restores 20% of the max HP on entering the campfire tile. So I believe we had that already. I don't know. But anywho, out we go. Expedition. So here is our loop. This path, everything is wrong, but I remember. It looks like a completely different place, and it's empty again. Do my actions have any meaning? Like I have a choice. If I need to give up and cry to save the world, I'm the worst savior of all. Let's do it. As mentioned in the Let's Try, I'm always a fan of that when roguelikes have a valid reason. There is a lore and storied reason as to why we keep on dying and coming back, or coming back and everything's randomized. I enjoy that greatly. All right. So, hold on. That was me. Antivirus, this is such a special big moment for me. I could not wait for this game to come out, and you have to ruin it for me? Antivirus? So, we got a shield for 3 defense. We got some max HP up, 96. Just some basic little pieces of armor that aren't that big of a deal. So, we have a meadow. Heals 2 HP at the start of each day. I kind of want to put this in a spot where we can put a couple ones together, possibly, but not take up the biggest chunk, because we'll want to save that for stones, because I feel like those get more adjacency bonuses than these do, if these even do have any kind of adjacency bonus they get at some point. I don't know. Whatever it is, it probably won't be relevant today. So here we go. We are on our first true run, where we will eventually start to shape up our world. We got a spider cocoon. Spawns a spider on an adjacent tile once a day. So, do we want a lot of spiders to spawn? Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 adjacent. If it's only on adjacent tiles, I imagine like it'd be 1, 2, 3. I don't know. I think we might want to be a little careful with it. Let's put it up there. Oops. And I'm done for the day. This has been episode 1 of Loop Hero. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, because I put out videos on roguelike and more every single day. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we got our weapon. It does reset every time we go back to our camp. All right, so right up here, just as a reminder, heals 2 HP at the start of every day. So for one of these, this is our day progress. It's slowly building up over the course of time here. We restore 2 HP per meadow when that's done there. Vampire Mansion adds vampires to adjacent tiles. Battles on adjacent tiles. Let's do it. Let's fight a vampire and a slime. So, Yeah, we get a little bit of story elements as we meet new types of enemies for the first time as well. We did see this in the Let's Try, but we'll go through it again here. Back off, human! A vampire, where are your lands? If your farmers need help, I would be very glad to offer. Not just glad, very glad. No more lands, no more flock. Only hundreds of years of emptiness. And hundreds of years of hunger. Save yourself while you still can. I don't know how long I'll be able to keep my head straight. What hundreds of years are you talking about? Your mind is easy to trick. But you cannot trick my hunger. It demands its share. Every sip, every drop of blood will go to satiate it. I'm too weak. But you can help me, and I will set this crumbled world right. Right. I'm doing this not for just myself, but for everything in the name of good. So be grateful for my hard work and just let me bleed you dry. Okay, so... Oh, there. Well, he dead. So any fight that has a vampire in it, all the enemies that are not objects or artificial gain the vampirism effect. So this is an artificial creature. So it's kind of nice we get to put them here because they're buffing up nobody. I mean, they're only buffing up themselves, I suppose. So it's kind of a good way to maybe get the experience without necessarily increasing the difficulty of the fight by too much. So for now, it might be a good idea to not put too much non-artificial creatures down there. Vampires often owned our lands. They kept the peace and helped our settlements to prosper. But this won't do it all. Now they're just pale shadows of their former selves, both physically and mentally. Apparently, the blood of other creatures can't sustain them. He wasn't joking about the hunger. Even the creatures that stand near him are imbued with the power to devour someone else's life. Okay, so let's get a good old pause on. Okay, so we have a little bit of an HP downgrade, but an attack speed upgrade by 4%. Let's go for it. And then we got to pick between one of these. I mean, it's a pretty easy choice. Boom. Also, to be clear, everybody who was saying last time, isn't there 2 ring slots? There is, but not yet. I'm just making that clear right there. We cannot actually drop anything on that slot. I believe there's ways that we can either unlock these, either through extra buildings or what have you. I don't know at the current moment, to be honest. We'll just have to experience that together. All right, we'll put down that rock there, and we will keep on trucking. So yeah, I don't know if like the value and experience and equipment we gain has anything to do with the actual difficulty of the fight, or it's just like the types or how many units are in there and what level they are. Because in theory, you want to put things together that have no synergy. Maybe are tough but have no synergy with each other, like the vampire idea. So the mountain, whoop, plus 5 HP for each adjacent rock or mountain. We're going to put that right down there in the middle. Boop. Do we want to... What happens if we put these across? All right, so we're just going to spawn a lot more spiders in those 3 spaces. I thought that maybe we would create some new kind of synergy piece, because we saw before, you can, like... An example of something you can do is put a graveyard across from a graveyard, and it creates a bunch of, like, bloody slimes in the middle between the two if you do that kind of a combo. So I didn't know if maybe there was something we could do there. Treasury gives a random resource after placing anything on an adjacent tile. Can't be built adjacent to anything. So I'm just going to build it right up here. So we'll slowly build some extra meadows around there. As we increase the size of our base camp back at home, we'll get more pieces that we can have unlocked in our card deck, I guess, if you will. So there's even deck building elements in that regard. Decreases the maximum number of monsters on adjacent tiles. Honestly, strikes me as maybe a good idea. So the maximum number's down. I don't know what the current max is, but now we can maybe make it so it's not going to be too terrifying with the spiders there. Another treasury. So we'll put it there so that we can put something in the middle between these. So these 3 spaces right here are going to be really, really valuable to place things. Any equipment that we want to change? No. I'm good. So far, so fine. The mountain there so we can continue to have the adjacent slots around there. We've got a beacon, plus 40% movement speed within its range, plus 20% attack speed for all units. Sure. So this will make it so we actually travel around the loop quicker, so we can get our heal quicker. In addition, do we... Yeah, so everybody gets the plus 20% attack speed. It makes the fights go quicker as well, which is good, because the less time you waste, the better. We could do this here as well. Seems pretty solid. Okay, meadow. Boom! On top of that, this also gets upgraded to a blooming meadow, I guess because it's by the treasury. It makes it so we heal 3 HP at the start of every day as well. So far, so fine, though. We're wrecking. Battlefield, Grove, Meadow. Definitely put down the Meadow there. So I think this turns into the Blooming Meadow when it's either here, here, here. I think it has to be the adjacent 4. Spawns a chest at the start of each loop. Enemies on adjacent tiles can become ghosts. So they do have to be living creatures. Can become ghosts. So currently, there's no vampires that are going to spawn by this. Do we just allow these rot wolves to have vampire buddies? Let's do it. Let's allow them to have vampire buddies. And we definitely want this down. If this is adjacent to nothing, then nobody's going to become ghosts. Let's do that for now. We'll do that for now, and we'll put something up there later. We'll create something out of that in the future. Just buff up the speed here. Okay, so we got a little bit of wood by just walking through there. Just gonna buff up the speed when there's literally no combat or anything in the way. Decrease the number of max creatures. Again, is this something we should try and do? Maybe. Let's put it down here. I know that is not that big of a thing yet, but it allows me to feel a little bit more comfortable adding combats down there in the future, knowing that we will not accidentally like overflow them or anything. Super Spider Combat? We could have Ghost Spiders. That's an idea. If we put it here, there can be spiders on literally all of those tiles. That's an idea, too. First of all, what is this? It gives us magic damage and regen per second. I think I'd rather have the defense for now. Let's put down... You know, let's put down this, and we'll put it there. Yes, I know we'll get resources for putting more resources for putting it right here. I want to try and make sure we get that extra healing stat, so I'll probably do 1, 2, 3, like bing, bang, boom, before we continue on with that, putting that one there. Where do we want to put this spider cocoon? So there can't be too many units here. Man, I don't know. There's a right answer, I'm pretty sure. Let's just do that. We'll figure things out as time goes on, what the correct path and idea is. Ring gives us an extra 4% attack speed. Let's keep what we got for now. We got a rock. I got a rock. Boom. Continue on the path. Let's see how a triple spider fight goes. Okay, so if we two-shot them, it's not that big of a deal. All right. Definitely was a bit spookier of a fight for us. But we were able to come out okay. Because we got full HP back there. Because the Cozy Camp gives us the 20% HP. Just by passing on over it there. So we're going to walk over, going to get this good old item chest. As we clear out our inventory, basically if we get so much stuff that it starts to get pushed off the edge, we will start to get resources for it. This is huge. 274 max HP, 2 defense, regen, vampirism. We lose the attack speed, but that's okay. 10 to 14 damage, 4 magic damage, 4 damage to all. These are all, like, they're just great upgrades. They're just awesome. Big old no man's land down there. All right. So, yep. Awesome. We don't care about the slime getting that buff. All right. Pause. Put down the mountain. Adjacent to the mountain. Put down a couple. Oh, these are groves. Hold on. I also just realized that adjacent probably literally only means this. That explains everything. Okay, Oblivion. We can put this down to destroy literally anything that we have placed down. We can even destroy the monsters that are on the field. It's just like an active, effectively, though. I don't know what to... I mean, let's put a grove there. It seems like it's a little bit tougher to put to get things on a corner than it is to, because like the spiders, we can go up, down. I was gonna say east and left, up, down, east and left, the cardinal directions. All right. Oh, mama. Okay. Cemetery spawns a skeleton every 3 days. Little spooky. So, enemies on adjacent tiles can become ghosts only if they have a soul, which I don't know if skeletons, they shouldn't. Right? We'll find out. We'll find out, won't we? Turn that combat down. Sword, not an upgrade. Meadow. Bow. Let's get it. God, yeah, we're definitely shredding. Another cemetery. I'm a little concerned. So, boom. This right here is one of those synergies I was talking about. We got a big old mountain peak. Gives us 120 HP and then 5 additional HP for every adjacent mountain rock tile. That's basically just the mountain benefit there. But bigger. Bought to be eager. So we also spawn a harpy every 2 days. I don't know if they're going to spawn maybe right here by chance. Ah, heck. Spawns a goblin on an adjacent tile once a day. Appears for every 10 mountains. So we got the 9 and then there's the extra one there. We could obviously Oblivion it, but I think that it's okay. I think we'll just deal with it. I'm thinking of maybe not putting down the cemetery, but I did it anyways. Okay. Yeah, we're doing pretty good damage. These guys are not really too big of a worry. Oh, it's another meadow. Fine. Whoop. Was not able to put down my rock in time. We should have made sure we paused. It's okay. It is a stinky, stinky little nothing. Put down these meadows and all of these extra slots there. Good. We're going just fine. I don't think we have any new upgrades to go for. We do not. So, boom. Full HP. Let's see some goblin action. Stop! Where do these goblins come from? I don't remember remembering you. We remember ourselves. Now give us all you've got. You have no idea what's going on, right? Why don't you help me restore order in this world first, and then you can do anything you want. Goblin must rob no other order in the world. Fair enough. Guess I don't have any valid objection here. Oh wait, I do have one. How about... Die. It definitely would be way cooler if we attacked first. Oh. It's strange how these creatures appeared here on their own. Maybe it means everything is actually not so bad and the world is trying to restore itself. Or that even the apocalypse is not enough. Is not enough to get rid of some pests. Pause. Huge upgrade. Big old defense upgrade, magic damage, defense, attack speed. Yeah, the bonus defense is enough to be an upgrade there. All right, we're going to be walking through. I don't think there's no skeletons that are going to spawn. Guess not. Ooh, 2 different chest pieces to pick from. 340 max HP, 4 damage to all, 8% chance to counter, I think. Or even more max HP and extra evasion. I mean, it makes sense that the counter would be less because we're doing damage back. Let's go with that instead. And we'll speed this up since... Oh, there's the rot wolf. We almost got telefragged by a harpy, but no. All right. 3-shot bop. What do we got? Other mountain. Another rock. All right. So we'll be slowly filling up the perimeter of our area, which is pretty darn neat. Pause. Decrease the max number of monsters. It's probably all right. I mean, if we do this here, like, it's probably not going to play into anything anyways right now. Maybe there'll be 2 monsters by the time we get there. Not sure. Oh, you can just press tab to do that. Gotcha. Okay. So the HP buff is really not too big of a deal. All right. Extra rock. Look at that. Beautiful. It's so clean. Okay. Adds vampires to adjacent fights, though. Don't really want to add it to the goblin fight. That's a little bit spooky. This is probably where we should have put that lantern, because the goblin fight can actually get pretty rough. Let's do this here. Sure. We'll fight some vampire wolf combo. Oh, we just got a cool looking sword. I didn't see us pick that up. And a high level ring. Defense 8. Yes. Damage 9 to 13. Damage to all 2. Attack speed 8% up. Vampirism 6%. I still don't quite know what magic damage necessarily even does, so we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. I can't imagine that's better. So yeah, we do that 4 damage. Ooh! I'll keep the 8 defense. I don't like. We'll learn over time what stats are truly better to have. No. What do you mean no? You want to save the world. You want to ask for help. Our answer is no. Why no? We see far away. We see deep inside. For a long time, there's been just emptiness inside of the sky. But it doesn't stop us from seeing. Your saving of the world is one-sided and naive. Each person sees their own way of seeing. Each person sees their own way of seeing. It's not quite wrong, but it's also not quite right. Of saving the world. That's why no one else will ever join you. Fine. I fully understand it all, but tell me your version. What does save the world mean to you? My progeny, my kin, for them to be strong and to live. It's a part of the cycle of life and death. The life itself. It is the world. I would kill you and feed your remains to my starving younglings, and life will go on. How many lives does your blade give birth to by killing again and again? Only one. I don't want you or your children to die from starvation. Please try to see reason. If my mission succeeds, harpies can have all of the sky and all of the hunting grounds they need. I can't feed my children with your beautiful words. It's time to say goodbye. All right, how bad are they? Yeah, 3-shottable. That's not that bad. I feel awful. I wrecked her. By fixing one evil, I'm bringing a source of another. Becoming a source of another. There's no home for the harpies except the highest mountains, but there's no food there. I can't imagine how they managed to survive if their mountains were cut from reality. All right, triple spider. How is this going to go? We do 4 damage to all now, which is actually pretty slick. That actually made that go quite a bit smoother. 4% attack speed, 9%. I feel like that's not an upgrade. We have a level 5 ring. We got another meta we didn't place down yet. Pause. Okay. 16 to 24 damage. That's a maybe for me. Just a large increase. I feel like, I don't know. The damage to all, the attack speed, all of those extra boosts, though, seem pretty nice. Oh, I'm a little concerned by this. Yeah, these guys are pretty rough. That counter was huge for us. Okay, these counters are coming in handy. We have 8% chance. Felt like we popped off like a lot more than 8% there. Do we want to get rid of our counter chance to get more HP and more attack speed? It's like 100 extra HP. It's kind of a tough pass up right there. I believe also getting the extra level, since that's a level 5, I think that might make it more likely for us to get better stuff in the future. So yeah, I think the higher number means higher base stats. And then I think the rarity is how many different types of stats are on there. So like the number, yeah, the number is the not the quality. So like these ones that are gray only have one type of stat, but maybe they have more of them. I don't know. Or maybe it's just like, I think it's just 2 different types of quality. Okay, so we're no longer getting the big benefits from these. We can hold on to them just in case we get another. Let's put it down. I want that regen, baby. Let's see how these go. 20% chance for all enemies that have a soul. These do have a soul. Ah, shoot. It's okay. He did not turn into a skeleton, or into a... well, he didn't turn into a skeleton either because he already was one. I used to be a skeleton. I still am one, but I used to be too. Alright, what's that there? Roughly the same max HP, more regen per second, 8 evasion, 8 vampirism. I mean, I'm actually kind of fine with mine for now. Plus, if we save it there, then we get more resources. That's kind of like the gentle benefit. The gentle benefit there for not upgrading is that you get more resources. Whoa! Spawns a gargoyle. Empty treasury. Wait. So do we get extra resources for all 4 of those? Spawns a gargoyle every 3 days. So that is something to be a little concerned about. Does a mountain need to be in the middle of this for that to turn into the mountain peak? I'm not sure. Put it there. We can just have more spiders in the same fight. Decreases the max number of monsters. Again, I think that it might be a good idea to have it here so we don't have... Oh, boy, this is actually starting to look kind of gross, too. Uh-oh. Well, we can always oblivion the vampire castle, or whatever you want to call it there. Okay. So... Yeah, I mean, that's a huge boost for us, but also, yeah, that's a little... It's a little scary. There's another goblin camp. I don't know, man. We might need to ditch something, or we might need to go home. Where are we? We are right here. Oof. Well, at least we are... Oh, God. Yeah, this is bad. We might want to ditch the vampire. Uh-oh. Okay. What do we got here? Regen per second up to 3. Max HP up by quite a bit. You know what? Let's do it. Let's put on both of those. Slowly get back a little bit more. So yeah, maybe we can only have 1 mountain peak. I kind of regret that, but only having to fight these guys is definitely going to be better. It looks like they do get stronger over the course of time. Because otherwise we'd be one-shot bopping them, right? Defense 21. That seems like a big enough of an upgrade to warrant swapping out. Okay. Hello, boys. I did see we were healing a bit over time there, you know. There's parts of the fight here where it looks like we're actually gaining health. I mean, we have some vampirism, too. Huh. Not too shabby. God, I am disappointed that we are losing all of the vampirism there, but maybe we will end up getting more. Another grove? I just wanted to see, I'll admit, I just wanted to see if it made some kind of a combo. Ooh. Harpy with the vampire. Do we say no? How bad could it be? Oh, it's actually weirdly easy. 5 damage to all. I want the regen. Unless that was vampirism, which it's not. Another cemetery. We got to be very careful. Our board right now is getting a little tough for us in the current form. That sword, that sword upgrade is really big for us. Too much of an HP downgrade for me at the moment. All right. Yeah, you vampire. Okay, a couple meadows. Awesome, because we can go bow, shabow. What was that sound? Ooh. I wonder if we're ever going to get to a spot where we can run away safely. Maybe with Oblivion we can. Like if we Oblivion particularly dangerous spot. Ah, okay. So that helps us out for now. Good. Another grove. I could, I guess. Trying to watch that HP as closely as I can. The spider fight could turn really sour, though, is my concern. We have 2 Oblivions. Let's see how this one spider fight goes. How much HP? Okay, you're 2-shottable. That's not bad. There's 3 of them, though. Uh-oh, that evade was pretty bad. Okay. I think we can make it back to camp. What, is that a safe place for us to run? I'm not so sure. We'll keep our eyes peeled in that regard. Slime do be nothing, though. So, adjacent... Is adjacent truly... I really think we should be filling up this line right here. I do want to make that clear that I know that. I was building up to the north because I thought we could maybe someday make a mountain peak again on accident. But I guess not. Alright, this is a little spooky. Alright, we'll be fine. We're fine. Uh-oh. We'll watch how much HP we get. We'll figure that out. Okay, so we currently have 1120. And it went up to 1130. So how does that work out? We got 10. So plus 2. So plus 5 for every adjacent. So we got 5 just by going this way. And then we got 2. So that's okay. I'm so confused as to how that adds up to 10. I mean, that's fine. That's fine, but I definitely don't get it, but it's fine. Oh, it looks like that's lighting up. I think we may be good to run back home. Put down the mountain for good measure. Holy crap. I'm just putting down stuff, you know? You know how I be. Oh, man. Sure. Alright, let's run home. We gotta keep everything. Seems like it might be a good call. We could probably, like, there's a non-zero chance we make another loop successfully. But I think that is a really good place to call it for now. Can't believe it. Hey, everybody, the boys managed to return. Survivors, does this mean I'm not alone anymore? Where do you come from? Is there still a place without darkness? We don't know where we came from, or we can't remember. These people you see are only a small part of what's left in the group, I think. You're not sure? We're not sure. We reached a conclusion because of the abandoned luggage and leftover daily rations. With each day, new signs of presence of people that, as far as everyone here knows, have never even been with us. It's like we forgot them. You forgot? Exactly. It's like people disappear every day and we instantly forget that they even existed. Almost as if we forgot the place that we came from and our families and maybe even ourselves. My name is Yoda. That gets me every time. My name is Yoda. That's the part I still remember. Nobody else's memory is in much better shape. That's why I remember so little about myself. Everything is forgotten. But you said that I'd managed to return. That means you remembered I was here. Yeah, that's why it's so important to us. We saw you leave, but you were gone before we could approach you. Listen, we can't wander around in this emptiness anymore. There's a campfire and a few sleeping bags here. A real luxury in these dark times, wouldn't you say? Ah, of course. I'd be very grateful if we could team up. I want to restore everything. I've begun to remember the world as it was before, but there's no point to it without other people. It's too lonely without them. Remembering the world, I don't understand what you're talking about. I'm too exhausted, but we'd be glad if you could help us, and we'd be glad to help you. Just don't ask us to go with you. I don't know how you managed to return, but for us, leaving the group is too dangerous. I'll ask no such thing of you. For now, I just want to have a place to return to, a place where I can hear other people's voices. All right. We weren't joking about the helping you here. Are a few things that survived the cataclysm don't vanish away. Can't be forgotten. Take them. You might need them. Whole bunch of resources. Yes. So, we can build something. We could save up the materials to get some of these things. What is this? Potions heal 4% of max HP. You can take up to 3 potions with you. 2 are refilled at the camp. And also unlocks the swamp card. Neat. Lets you start with an expedition. We can't make these, but lets you start with an expedition with a basic warrior's gear. Also unlocks the ability to craft tools for the camp if the supply depot is built. The supply depot, okay. Field kitchen, 10% to the campfire's healing power. Also unlocks the Blood Grove card. This is the one we are, of course, going to go for. I don't know, if it matters where we put it down, but I'll move it right there. You know the difference between a good cook and a bad cook. The food made by a good cook is tastier. You were waiting for something more elaborate. Sometimes the truth is very simple. Look, I have a cauldron, a hearth, a couple of knives, a bucket of potatoes, 3 onions, and some ham. Nothing special. Everything is very simple. But give me a few minutes and everyone in this camp will be running to my table, following the tasty smell of a good stew. Darn right. What is this here? Upgrade building. Dismantle building. What does it mean to upgrade it there? Plus 8% to the campfire's healing power if we just get some more wood, some more meat, and a weirdo orb. What the hell? Okay, the hero restores 30% of the max HP upon entering the campfire tile. We can't upgrade this one, but we can upgrade. So the field kitchen just increases the campfire's healing power even more. That's really good. I like that. I really like that quite a bit. But alas, that is going to do it here. Because, yeah, we can't make anything else up here. Unlocks the rogue class. Aha, gymnasium. Cemetery, crypt, river, bridge. Unlocks the village card. Ability to gain special traits after killing monsters in expeditions. That sounds fun. There's so much that I cannot wait to get into here. But that is going to do it here for today. This has been Loop Hero. Make sure to pick up the game yourself at the link at the top of the description. My name is Retromation. I put out videos on roguelikes and more every single day. I put out so freaking many videos. If you are interested in the genre, I think I am a decently worthy subscription because, boy, I can help show you so many great new, fantastic roguelikes and more. Thank you. See you next time. Bye.